Hi, my name's Beth Burgess from Smiles Coaching, and today we're going to talk about fear of failure, what that means and how you can overcome it as well. So, fear of failure, it's basically quite a social fear. Most people are worried about making an idiot out of themselves, or what people will think of them if they fail. People may also be concerned about what it means about them. A lot of people tend to mistake their own behaviours for their sense of self. So you think if you fail it means something inherently is wrong with you, which it obviously isn't the case, but a lot of people do this. So I think as well it's a protective mechanism. It goes back to, you know, when we were cavemen. It's a natural instinct to want to fit in with the pack and not stick your head above the parapet in case something ate you. So you know, it's another one of these things that is almost genetic in us. But you can overcome it, because we don't need to think like that anymore, obviously. We live in a different world now, and there are things you can do to overcome that fear, particularly if it's getting in the way of your goals. I mean, who wants that? So how do you overcome it? Well, firstly, you need to clarify what that feeling of fear is giving you. So, is it a protective mechanism? Is it telling you, you know what, you might want to plan here? Listen to the message it gives you and leave the fear behind. So just take the good part of the message, and take, you know, you can respond to that. Don't have to respond to the fear. So secondly, you need to be really, really objective about this. How maybe it's easier to put it on a scale out of 10. So okay, I'm about 7 out of 10 afraid of failing in this case. Just to, you know, make it more of an objective thing. The third thing you need to do is mentally reframe the situation. So look at evidence against what your fear is. So actually, how likely are you to fail? Are you overestimating it? Do you think that you might fail when actually it's unlikely that, you know, or at least there's a 50-50 chance? Are you putting more power and value into that fear than you should be? Look at comparisons as well. Is this really the most frightened you've been in your life? What would happen actually? What would be the worst thing that could happen if you failed? Probably not much actually. But we don't you know, tend to sort of instinctively think of these things. Okay, so in order to actually achieve your goal, despite being afraid of it, you need to break it down. Now this is really important. A lot of the times we get caught up in this fear of failure because we actually haven't broken something down into manageable tasks. So we're looking at this big scary goal. It's like, oh my god, I can't possibly do that, I'll fail. When actually if you broke it down, it would into a step-by-step sort of sequence, it would be much more likely that you wouldn't actually fail. So there's less to be afraid of. And achieving any goal as well, have a look at what help you need, any additional resources. You know, what is more likely to make you succeed. And yes, the final thing, which is probably the most important thing actually, and this is what's going to get you to do what you're kind of afraid of anyway, despite this fear of failure, is actually looking at what it means for you, what this goal means, even though you're afraid of failing, what the actual end result is. So, for example, I mean, I was quite scared when I thought about starting my own business. I thought, oh, what if that, you know, what if I fail at that? And it was, you know, it's not something that people do every day. It's not something I had an experience of. So it was something which was a bit frightening. But I looked at what it meant for me to actually achieve the goal, and I realised that it was far more important than any fear of failure. So, for example, my main aim in life has always been to kind of help other people. And it meant helping other people. That's it. That's what's really important to me. That's one of my values. It meant freedom as well, so I can be my own boss, which is quite cool. It meant a lot of things that were really, really important to me, and that I couldn't let go. I couldn't let this fear of failure get in the way. So always think about the end, and, you know, have the end in mind. What is this goal going to get you, even though you're afraid of it? What amazing thing is it going to get you if you just try it? So that's basically how you can start to overcome the fear of failure. Okay. Alright, I'll stick my website below. It's smiles.co.uk. Check out my other videos, and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye.